Greetings to everyone from the Bitcoin Pay channel. Friends, today we will discuss Pi Network. It goes public on February 20th. You first heard about it on this channel approximately 3 years ago. The existence of Pi Network. This is actually what we were trying to explain to you from this channel. It was already the future of Pi Network. The adventure that started in 2019, with it going public in 2025. We can say it will start again. Here, what we need to understand, the reason for the existence of Pi Network. Friends, we have explained this in many places. We have explained it in many videos. I will explain it to you again here. Under the presidency of Donald Trump, America, which is intended to be turned into a Bitcoin hub, needs a social media shopping center. So you think Pi Network is just a system where you click on your phones, do mining, and earn money from it, and you are completely mistaken. The main purpose of Pi Network here is to become a shopping center. Pi Network was designed to be used for money. Now you can see the best example of this as follows. When you look at Chinese companies like Temu, AliExpress, whatever you see in these, all of it will be within Pi Network. Pi Network will continue to operate as a shopping center and as a currency within itself. The logic of Pi Network is similar to the logic of Bitcoin. We have tried to explain this in the videos we have made and mentioned before. In other words, Bitcoin halves every 4 years, but Pi Network halves according to the number of people. What does this mean? For example, if it gives this much reward at 1 million, it gives half of that at 2 million. At 3 million people, it gives half of that, and at 4 million people, it continues by giving half of that. It continues by reducing the locked-based mining rewards. You still haven't completed your KYC verification. I know, because it's been 3 years. Friends, no matter what investment you make, you need to be a little patient. Over the course of 3 years, a total of 850 people did mining with us. Out of 850 people, only 250 continue to do mining with us today and complete the KYC. 800 people completed the KYC. We think they deleted the app. Only 250 people remained there. We reached as many people as we could. In the videos we have made so far, we have managed to reach approximately 100,000, 200,000 people. We explained this peanut dirt to these people, but friends, on our channel, you will never hear things like do this or do that. We explain it. If you choose, you can continue mining. If you do not choose, if you do not want to mine, you do not have to. What matters? Here is what you think. First of all, I want to say this to the 250, 260 people who are earning with me. Complete your KYC. The time has come. To disclose data related to the Pi Network, friends, I have my total values from the Bitcoin phone. It wouldn't be right for me to tell you from the phone. Now, when you look at the mainnet metrics of the Pi Network, a total has been migrated. Mining rewards are 6 billion, 133 million, 892,837. So currently the total mining rewards migrated to the mainnet. Awards, meaning these are the completed mining rewards. But there's also a lock for this, my friends. Currently, the locked mining rewards amount to 4 billion 570 million units. Let me explain what this means to you. 1 billion, 1.6 billion coins. These will be released as the circulating supply. Of course, the team said they would take 20% of this. A total of 6 billion 133 million. Now this has been talked about a lot. Now, look friends, we might be explaining something here. We might be making predictions about things. Our prediction may be right or wrong, but please listen. Initially, about 2 years ago, when we said there would be 100 billion PI, they released a white paper. There will be 100 billion P. We said that it's impossible for Pi to have 100 billion because what needs to happen for there to be 100 billion? What needs to happen? The value of Pi remains very low. If you remember, we estimated that the total number of Pi would be between 1 billion and 10 billion. We stated here that there would be between 1 billion and 10 billion Pi. Currently, the number of migrated Pi is 6,133,000,000, and some fractions. The number of locked Pi is 4,570,000,000, and some fractions. This means that 1.6 billion Pi is currently available on the mainnet. Otherwise, if you consider that 20% of the team has left, in other words, if you make a rough calculation and say that everyone will migrate in total, currently 10 million people have completed KYC, what will happen when 20 million people complete it? Let me tell you that as well. These 20 million people, since they are likely not continuous earners, the coins, those who complete the KYC side will receive a certain portion of the coins. Yes, according to the metrics we have. Here I'm speaking. We expect the average circulating supply to be around 8 billion after it is unlocked. So, what I'm saying is, the circulating supply, the increase in circulation that can be reached in about 3 years, we think it will be 8 billion. We think the total number of coins will be 10 billion. We think that 20%, which is 2 billion units, will remain within the system itself. Pi is being listed on February 20th. Of course, we will provide our price prediction for this. That's a separate topic. We will give the price prediction, but first, let's provide the information here, like how much total Pi is there, how much Pi is locked, how much Pi will be unlocked, how much Pi is in circulation, and what will be the average value of Pi. We will see this. Before this, a cryptocurrency named Pi Network was launched. And this cryptocurrency Pi Network said, even if we are not Pi Network, we will invest all our money in Pi Network. And we will support Pi Network. In other words, we will be a supporter of it. Like a fan token of Pi Network, you might think, well, let's start explaining right away among the things we talked about before, friends. Now, it is said that Pi has a separate blockchain. It is being said, currently, the blockchain transactions in Pi having its own blockchain will incredibly affect it. This blockchain, friends, is said to be built on the Stellar network. It is written on Google. When you directly ask Google on which network Pi will launch, it states that it will launch on the Stellar network and will use the Stellar consensus protocol. However, here Pi can also launch on its own network. So, it can launch on the Stellar network or on its own network. I'm telling you the logic behind it. Since Pi will be a shopping center, Pi needs to be easily usable and easily convertible. It needs a blockchain. Stellar does this. Stellar says, sell goods from one place to another. I have the power to convert your money into any currency. That's the logic of Stellar. That's why Network prefers Stellar. Currently, it appears to prefer Stellar. On top of this, since 10 million out of 55 million people have completed KYC, it will start with 10 million people. Pi Network, but behind Pi. I'm just looking downwards, right from here. To state the data, there's a phone below, otherwise friends. That's why I'm looking here to explain the exact data to you. For example, payment details testnet. For example, 1 has passed. 2 have passed the mainnet. I want to say that this is the largest shopping mall that has been mined so far. Of course, now, price predictions are talked about a lot. Let's make our price prediction. Here, friends. Now, if we assume that approximately 1.5 billion, 1.6 billion units have entered circulation, we think that a very large portion of this will not be sold. A mining of 1.5 billion units could reach a value of $105.5 billion by multiplying an average of 55 million people. Since it has its own blockchain, it can also double its value. Here, we are making an estimate like this. So, a $10 billion mining start, if it is done for $10 billion, we think that its initial value could be between approximately $3 and $30. From Peanut Bug works. This initial value is our estimate. But how we made this estimate? Now I will explain how we made this estimate. Currently, $1.6 billion appear to be in circulation. The number of Pi in circulation. I say $1.6 billion. 1.6 billion units are seen in circulation. We think that these 1.6 billion units will lead Pi to reach a value of more than $10 billion. Because, remember, it's a project that has extended from China to Taiwan, from India to Turkey, Europe and Russia, carrying 55 million people. I can explain it to you like this in total. The number of Bitcoin users is 400 million, while the number of network users is 55 million. Approximately 1/8 of Bitcoin. Of course, it can't be compared to the robustness of Bitcoin or the money it attracts, but you can calculate it as 1/8 of Bitcoin. We calculate it approximately like this. So we say $10 billion, it corresponds more to 1/16 or 1/20, because it hasn't proven itself yet. When it starts to prove itself, we think the value of Pi will open at an amount between $3 and $30. There's no such thing. Yopaos and so on are impossible. Let me tell you that as well, because the Pi network is a bigger project than it's known. Now let's move on to the continuation of the Pi network. Friends, please search what I said on Google now. Whose is Amazon? Picom. Friends, whose is Amazon Picom? Please research this, because people fall into a misconception. Let me tell you that first. Pi Network will be a shopping center and Amazon will support it. Why? Because there's this in America. You came up with a project. You have one thing in mind. You can go and talk directly with Jeff Bezos. You can talk with Elon Musk. Why? The likelihood of them investing in you is very high. Forget about the likelihood of investment. The likelihood of doing a business together is very high. America is conservative in this regard. And I always say this. My friends who went from here always say this too. For example, they called you, right? America called you, you have some technological knowledge. They said to continue this in America, the technology or company allocated to you. Even if it's a mid-level company, they cover your house, your car's fuel, everything, and they always rent houses from places that are next to each other. Or they rent from sites that are like a campus. The house is this way. People can talk to each other, debate, agree, and somehow share things with each other. What do we see here, brother? People coming out of Stanford University. We think they will support the Pi network side. The real purpose of the people behind Tesla, Amazon, and Trump is, as I am telling you, the real purpose is this. The real purpose is a $1 digital currency that Trump wants to create. They brought the Duplon to their countries to acquire a decentralized economy token at its center. Decentralized economy token. Launch. They will use XRP for mass money transfers. XRP? It stands as a digital currency to be used in large remittances. XRP is used more to convert money into XLM, and it will be used as a shopping center in the Pi network. Because it will be easy to buy and sell from all over the world, and listing will be easy. For example, you will put your house, your car, you will put something else, and from there you will be able to sell. An incredible shopping center awaits us. As I said at the beginning, friends, everyone who has been following from the start already learned this in the years we first published it, about 3 years ago. Of course, there were many who were very worried, thinking something is being mined. No, our identity information is being stolen, etc. The possibility of such a thing happening is very low, friends. They say identity information is being stolen, sold, stolen, sold. This is a pointless thing, man. Everyone's identity information is already digital. There's no need to steal, pay for, buy or sell it. Also, many people complained about this. from Peanut Bug. They did this project to earn advertising revenue. They make a lot of people watch ads. No matter what project it is, whatever project you do, you definitely need money. No matter how much money you have, no matter who you are, no matter how much money you have, you need more money. Because if you're doing a project that opens up to the world, if you want to bring a project to the best places, you definitely need to raise money for these projects. He did this with advertising. Quite easy and simple. He did this with advertising. He made money from these advertisements, 5 years, 6 years, and he invested this money in certain things. This is blockchain, mainnet, testnet. They organized a lot of things. They reached a lot of people. And friends, I expect the Pi network to open at a price between $3 and $30. Where will it go from $3 to $30? If you ask, it will go by continuously halving mining. It will go by halving about 5 years from now. The value of 1 PI will be very, very, very high. I don't expect 100 billion PIs as mentioned. I also don't expect it, as written in the main white paper. They erased 100 billion units in the white paper because it doesn't reach 100 billion units. Because something like this happened. For example, you are mining, brother. You have tons of followers. 1,000 followers are mining along with you. If they haven't done KYC, if they haven't done account verification, it doesn't approve them. For example, I currently have a total of 38,000 PI showing. Out of 38,000 PI, the amount of Pi I can actually receive is only 400 units, friends. Only 37,000 have been erased from me. There are 600 Pi. Can I explain why those will be erased from me? Because the KYCs weren't done. So the amount, many people say, well, this one has 1 million, that one has 2 million. They explain it like this, but there's no 1 million or 2 million. Friends, even if there were 1 million or 2 million, only 1,000 people would have done KYC. At most, look, 38,000. There is a Pi network. The usable amount of this is 430 units for me. Where is 38,400, 430? Can I explain? Here, 38,000 will be a lie. 37,600 coins will be deleted. It will be deleted from everyone. That's why the price and what they call maximum malfunction remained low. People might be surprised by this, but don't be surprised, they are coming in very big. With Pi network. Look, brother, from here. Look, when I said this 3 years ago, you didn't care. It came 3 years later. It's transitioning to an open network. It will make money, then you'll care. I mentioned XLM. You didn't care. I'm telling you about XRP. I'm telling you it multiplied by 5. You didn't care. I have only one thing to say, brother. After Pi network transitions to an open network, I'll explain it. Then I'll move on to the next. Even if the price is between $3 and $30 after transitioning to an open network, I think Pi network will reach very high prices in a short time. By very high prices, I mean prices over $300. I think it will reach that within 3 years. Regarding Pi network, I will tell you something even better. I mentioned Pi network 3 years ago. Listen to me, because it is among these investment companies. Of course, this is not investment advice. There is a token called referral on the Sol mainnet. I think they will use that token on the system to surpass Bitcoin. This is not investment advice. Take good care of yourselves. I will provide the referral link in the description section. Good evening.